Guess what, y'all? I am back. It's Sarah with Sarah's Life Hacks. This is going to be a little update after quarantine and all the goodness that we've dealt with this pandemic. I just wanted to come in and say, hey, I'm sorry that I haven't done more videos because depression's a bitch.
I don't know what to do.
Just trying to deal with a bunch of other crap in my life has been the constant of the entire time. So I'm here now. I got you. It's okay. We're going to get through this together somehow. You may notice that I look about 12 years older. This whole thing I feel like has just aged me so much. I'm definitely a little heavier than I was before as well, because again, dealing with going from 2 jobs and a full schedule of going out and dancing and hanging out with people was just all gone and done with. I don't move around as much as I did before. I'm trying, I really am, but it's been an extreme struggle, so I'm sorry, but just get that out of the way. It's really weird to think about all that we've kind of all been throughout this whole thing, going from saying, oh yeah, we don't need to close our store, why are we having to leave work, when we didn't know anything about it, and then now when it was okay, we've been not at work for a few months, now we have to go back, it's not safe. It's still not safe. It's horrible. I mean, I work in retail, as many of you know, so it's been a very trying time. You know what really fucking bothers me? People. But during the pandemic, they're even worse. A customer told me that she couldn't wear her mask because she had allergies. So I said, I understand that, but whilst you're in the store, you must have a mask covering your mouth and nose at all times. And she interrupts me and says,
do you even care about my health?
And I said, yes, but do you care about the health of me and the employees here and everyone else who's in the store right now as well? And she was just
fine, fuck.
Puts her mask back on. And then she proceeds to walk down the aisle farther and tries to take it off again. So I, say over our little walkie-talkie system,
somebody needs to get on this bitch right now.
And thankfully, management stepped in. It was either put on the mask or leave. You know me, I love to coordinate my looks, and so even if I'm in a mask and just my plain work clothes, I like to accessorize as much as possible so I can still wear a few earrings, and I just do my brows and my eyes up a little, and that's all I get, right? But I have this a plethora of masks for every occasion, which I'm pretty proud of, I must say, and I either get them from people who make them or I get them really cheap. So yeah, I mean, everything from hearts to flowers to aliens to mermaid scales to bling. I've got my rhinestones, sequins, yeah, and this is not even half of the ones I've got. It's a lot. Whatever. Don't judge me. I decided that when we went into lockdown that I was going to try to better myself in any way possible, since I knew I was already going to be going through a lot of shit just in the first place, just in daily life. We kind of just started reorganizing the apartment and cleaning up stuff, getting rid of stuff we didn't need, which was great. I tried to be as creative as possible. I did a lot of artwork. There's a little bit behind me here. I've been doing some mixed media and stuff and collaging and making music. That's all been really good. I am thankful for that. I'm thankful that I am here with my 2 fellas. I'm happy with my cats. So that's all been good. Just the fact that it ruined so many other things in my life, it has just been really hard to deal with. Not too long after the pandemic kind of started and lockdown was in effect, we unfortunately lost Jason's mother to cancer. So that was just a whole other thing. We couldn't even figure out what we were going to do. And of course, we couldn't go see anybody, and we still haven't been able to go see anybody since then. That was really bad, and it was a very hard thing to get through. You can't get closure. You can't get closure from something like that when you can't go see your families. It's been really tough. We all spent our birthdays kind of quarantined, like semi-quarantined. It's just weird because I remember thinking, oh, it's going to be like a month. It's nothing. And then it's like July, August, September. We're all like still in it, So yeah, we all like took hikes for all of our birthdays. We ended up, for my birthday, ended up going to a restaurant in Malibu, which it was like at the time things like had opened again a little. So we were like outside, we were away from people. So we felt safe enough to just go ahead and do that. So that was really cool. It was like something that's semi-normal, Otherwise, yeah, we've just all been kind of just chilling at home, except for, work now. I've been doing some songwriting and whatnot. I had a couple of things that I was working on just before the pandemic kind of came into play. So I still haven't released a song that I was writing back then. I finished it during quarantine, so that needs to come out. I also wrote a song kind of just about how I was feeling about things during quarantine and the way things are going in the world. It's called The Virus. It's very melancholy and kind of sad. I'm trying not to be a downer. I'm trying to still like make this lighthearted, but it's really hard because there's just so much crap has gone on, obviously, which I'm going to keep telling you that. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. I don't care how tiring that gets, because it's just true. Everybody's fucking sick of it, right? Like, we've all gone through so much crap to even come out where we are now, and knowing so much more now than we did then. So like I said, we did a lot of projects, lots of creative things. I've exercised the entire time. Like, literally, I've worked out almost every goddamn day, and I still couldn't keep the weight off just with everything that was going on. I still don't know why. So I'm working really hard at it to make sure that I continue to feel better about myself, because again, being depressed about all these things has really taken a toll on me in general, trying to remain as healthy as possible. I had some great opportunities to dress up online on a Zoom event. I would do some drag queen bingo every week. This drag queen, Charlie Hides, she's pretty cool, and she hosts a drag queen bingo event every week. And so she would come up with a theme so everybody could dress up, and still do your makeup and still do everything the way that you want to do it, but just online. So it was nice to have everybody kind of see your look, and play bingo online and drink a bunch of alcohol. Speaking of which, gotta do that here and there. I had a lot of fun doing that. I've gotten a chance to set up a weekly Zoom call with a few of my coworkers as well, which has been really nice. Same with family. We've been able to Zoom each other and talk a little more when we can, since we haven't been able to see each other. Yeah, I'm proud to say that that's still going on, even though all of us are back at work. A few of these coworkers and I are just like, still, we just need to have, so we call it like our quarantine bitch fest. So we bitch about a bunch of stuff that happens during the week, and we drink and eat snacks and just hang out online and see each other that way. So that's nice. So a regular question I get at work is,
why does the store look like a tornado hit it?
Gee, I don't know. We're working with about half the staff as we did before the pandemic. And, we just don't have enough time or people to, put stuff away on the floor.
I'll tell you, the other thing I feel like is so strange is when you get to finally see people after not being around them for so long, and when you get to be around your coworkers, it's like you want to hug everybody so bad. Well, I did anyway. I'm a hugger, so I wanted to hug everyone, and not being able to do it, it made me want to cry, So it was really hard coming back to work to not be able to have that contact with people in the way that I used to. Half the people that we had working at our store that we all really knew and loved couldn't come back because of, whatever reason for the pandemic. So we were left with a bunch of people that couldn't come back to work, and it was really hard to deal with that too, and knowing we're not going to get to see all of them. And the other thing that gets me is the way let's say like advertisements, commercials, and billboards and things adapted after the pandemic kind of started. I just see the weirdest advertisements. I'm just like, really, like, what a time to be alive. Like, you're witnessing like these things happening. It's just weird. One of my favorites is a billboard that was outside near our apartment, and it had the normal advertisement that was there was about this like topless bar, like Exposed or whatever in Van Nuys, and it has the chick on there in like her bikini or whatever, and it's like, yeah, come see me at Exposed. Well, I don't know when they did it, but somehow they like CGI'd like a mask over her face, and it said like, come take my temperature at Exposed. And I just thought that was hilarious. Just like, what a way to be like, wow, like, yeah, you're still gonna try to make that dough no matter what. And what, good for you guys, I guess. But I just thought it was really funny. We've taken a lot of walks. We've had enough of each other at times here in our apartment. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind of just so many emotions. Thanksgiving comes around, right? We're thinking, okay, what do we, let's get a turkey, let's do all of our stuff like normal, at least, we'll just hang out at home. The day before Thanksgiving, I win my pumpkin decorating contest at work, make a post about it, like online. It's all good.
Cute, oh my god.
Jason got sick. And we thought, okay, like he must have a cold or a sinus infection. Didn't think it was COVID just because it just didn't quite seem like it. We're like, how? Like, how could it even be possible? Because we've taken such good care of ourselves, and we've tried so hard to socially distance while at work, and wearing our masks, doing everything we're supposed to be doing, washing our hands all the time. And yeah, he still got sick. So we're like, okay, fine. So like 4 days into it, he started getting a fever, and we were like, shit. Then we had Thanksgiving, still weren't too sure, couldn't, get a hold of a test at all because there was just no place to get tested at any time soon. Everybody was there all the time at all the testing sites, so we had no way to do it. So we have Thanksgiving dinner. Neil's in here in the living room with us. We're all just hanging out, the three of us, like usual. And then Jason goes to get a COVID test, and what the fuck do you know? Guess what? Turns out positive.